Benson is one of those neighborhoods that people move to on purpose. If you want a walkable Omaha neighborhood with great affordability, some of the best food in the city, and homes with a lot of character, Benson might be the perfect fit for you. Benson has an amazing central Omaha location in the famous Maple Street corridor in some actually historic homes. My name is Morgan Putnam and I'm a local realtor. Let's get into it. Thank you so much for stopping by the Omaha Insider YouTube channel. Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to this channel so you're always the first to know what's going on in Omaha. First things, we have to talk about the location of Benson. The southern border of Benson is about Blondo Street. The northern border is a little bit north of Northwest Radial Highway. And then on the west side, it's 72nd Street. On the east side, it's 60th Street. It has very quick and easy access to all that 72nd and Dodge offers, which is a huge corner in Omaha where there's a lot happening and is kind of viewed as one of the busiest intersections in Omaha. And it's also close to a lot of different other big arteries to be able to get anywhere in Omaha relatively quickly. It's about a 10 to 12 minute drive to downtown, about a 15-ish minute drive to the airport. I think you could probably get there a little bit quicker than that. And it's about a 20-minute drive to Village Pointe, which is out west. You're very close to everything in Benson without necessarily being on top of it. Benson is that perfect neighborhood for folks who kind of dream of being able to afford Dundee Country Club, but maybe can't quite afford it yet, but you still want a lot of those awesome elements that come with those historic neighborhoods. Benson is for you. One of the most important things when talking about Benson is talking about the Maple Street Strip that has so many incredible restaurants and things to do in Omaha. So they're not only bars, there are restaurants, there's Ted and Wally's, a fabulous Omaha ice cream shop. There's the Benson Theater, which is really a cultural hub for the entire neighborhood. And it's also home to two of the best restaurants in Omaha, Yoshitomo, which is world-class sushi. It's pretty difficult to get a reservation here. And then also Al Courant, which is a small plate, farm-to-table type restaurant where everything is locally grown, and it is so good. And then a bunch of different bars. Some of them are dive bars and some of them are upscales, awesome cocktail bars, some breweries. There is so much to do in Benson. And that's the stuff that's year round. And then they also have a great farmers market. They have the Benson Art Walk. There's a lot to do also in the warmer months in Benson. It explodes with activity in the best way. So the average Benson home is going to have a smaller footprint than other neighborhoods in Omaha. It's probably going to be somewhere around 1,100 to maybe 1,800 square feet on average. There are a few 3-bed, 2-baths, and maybe you'll be able to find a 4th bed, but it probably is going to be in an attic. And a lot of homes are about like that 2-bed, 2-bath type style home with a 1-car garage that might be attached, it might be detached. A lot of these homes are going to have smaller yards, so it's great for somebody who's not looking to have to maintain a large yard. You're not necessarily going to have that huge sprawling storage room that you might have in the basement of a newer build or in a huge garage like you might get out west. And there are just fewer brand new builds. There's some new construction going on in Benson where developers have torn down homes and built a new home, but that is not necessarily standard. What you're lacking in space, you're getting in character. A lot of these homes have been very well loved and are great historic homes in Omaha. The average price point over the last 6 months in Benson was $206,000. The most affordable home that sold was $40,000, and yes, this was a house that needed a ton of work. And the most expensive house that sold was $358,000. It takes 14 days on average for a house to sell in Benson, and over the last 6 months, there were 40 homes that sold. So you don't necessarily have a huge wait time in order to get into this neighborhood. There's a decent amount of turnover and the ability to move into the neighborhood if you want to. Because of the element of affordability and how amazing it is to have this great walkability, there is a sense of urgency into the neighborhood, though. If you want to be able to get in the neighborhood, it does move quite a bit faster than what we're seeing in some other Omaha neighborhoods right now. Benson is an amazing neighborhood for first-time homebuyers just because it does have that element of affordability, or the smaller families because the houses tend to be a little bit smaller. And obviously that's personal preference. Anybody can make anything work for their family, but we typically see first-time homebuyers, single individuals, or folks with smaller families living in this neighborhood just because of the size of the homes. If you need 4 to 5 bedrooms, it's going to be tricky to find that in Benson. Not impossible, but you might have a little bit of a longer wait time in order to get into the neighborhood. And then you'd probably need to act fast once a house comes on the market that meets your family's needs. And if you're somebody who's really looking for a huge backyard, that's probably not going to be found in Benson. It tends to be a little bit of a smaller yard. It's denser housing that feels a little bit more like a big city than other neighborhoods in Omaha. It definitely feels a little bit more artsy in Benson than in other Omaha neighborhoods. It feels more urban. Benson feels very community driven and a little bit more of like an artistic community. Maybe there is a lot going on here throughout the entire year, but especially in the summer, it is a truly unique and very special place to live in Omaha. There's always just a ton going on and a lot that you can participate in. If Benson is on your list as a potential neighborhood for you, or if you're curious how Benson compares to other Omaha neighborhoods, I would love to help you navigate that search as you're figuring out where the best fit is for you and your family and your goals. My name is Morgan Putnam, and I am a local realtor, and my phone number is 402-720-9886. And you can also download my free neighborhood guide on my website, www.heymorganputnam.com.